Hello. This is a prepaid debit call from Joe Exotic. To accept this call, press 0.
All right, everybody, look who we got. Hey, what's cracking? Joe Exotic's calling right now. Don't hit end. Mr. Joe Exotic, how you feeling, brother?
What are you doing, guys?
Hey, man, what's going on? This is Jay Banks and Andrew Eisler here.
Hey, man. Hey.
Man, you're going to have to really speak up, buddy.
Okay.
We can do that. Yes.
Yeah, we got you. Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. It's great to have you here, bro. I know you're doing what you can to get out of there, and we're gonna do anything that we can to help you out, man.
I sure appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, bro. There was a time where the whole world was captivated on you and the Tiger King, and you helped us out through the pandemic, man. So I think it's only fair that we help you out to get you out of there.
Well, I sure appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. We've been doing a lot of research, and we've been looking up everything going on with your cases, and everything with Alan Glover's testimony. Like, that was wild. We've been looking a lot of the stuff up on Joe Exotic TV, which is where we get a lot of our information. That's straight from you guys, right?
Can you figure out, after looking at all those videos and shit, can you figure out why the hell I'm still here?
Man, it blows my mind, dude. It seems like there was, you had a thriving business before all this stuff even took place, and it just seems like, these characters came in and just kind of took over your business and threw you to the wayside.
Yeah, I'll never understand it. It's just Carole was jealous because I outdone her. Jeff is just a con artist and needed to steal a zoo because he couldn't build his own.
Right.
And Alan, you know what? I basically forgive Alan because Alan just got caught up in the middle of all this.
Right.
Because he worked for Jeff, and I think Jeff has something over on him.
Yeah, that would make sense. I just wonder if more so than this being, like you being an example where they're basically creating a scapegoat situation where they're putting you in a position to, warn the rest of the world about doing something that they don't like, basically, when it comes down to it. Do you think it's more of you being an example, or do you think
Do I think it's more what?
Of you being an example? Because you mentioned the Big Cat Safety Act as a big part of why you're there. So yeah.
I consider myself a political prisoner. Okay. Because. For the Big Cat Safety Act. Because, Tiger King was filmed 2 years after I got arrested.
Which is insane.
I didn't film for Tiger King. A lot of people don't understand that. Dylan, my husband, sold them all of my footage off of my computers after I got arrested. And that's where he got the $2.6 million and took off.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
So there's several mishaps there. One, I never made a dime off of Tiger King. Two, I didn't film for Tiger King. And if you really look at the show, because I got to see it for the first time about a month ago.
You saw it. You got to see it. Okay. Yeah.
My lawyers, were working on a lawsuit. So the prison had to let them come in with it on a computer and let me watch it. Okay. And to show you their agenda, to make me look crazy so they could pass the Big Cat Safety Act. If they would have cared about tigers or conservation of tigers or anything, the girl that lost her arm, Shaft.
Yeah.
Example. If they would have cared, they would have set her in the front of a tiger cage and let her explain how she lost her arm and that she didn't hold it against the tiger, and help save tigers.
Yeah.
But instead, they put her in a chair in the middle of a junkyard.
Yeah. They definitely
to make the appearance that the zoo was that junky.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
they,
and then they got a hitman in the bathtub, and then they got fucking John. They got John Finley running around with no shirt on and 3 teeth. Come on, you know.
Yeah, they definitely.
they painted it a certain way for sure.
100%
For sure,
did.
they were definitely there was definitely something at play because when you're watching it as just a the general public, they're painting it so that it seems like a war between you and Carole, and that is I heard you explain in a previous interview that wasn't the case at all. That you two weren't exactly up in arms as much as they portrayed you. Is that the case?
Well, that's what I tell everybody that I talk to too. Everybody wants to know, did you really hate Carole? Did you really want to kill Carole? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me just explain to you real quick so you can educate the world on this, all right?
Absolutely.
I never met Carole Baskin. I never saw Carole Baskin until my trial, ever.
Oh,
Okay?
wow.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's interesting.
Carole,
news.
Yeah.
Carole had a website called 911animalabuse.com, right? And I was her most wanted, okay, because I took baby tigers away and let you play with them, okay, from their mom. And she considered that abuse. Okay, so she got all of her millions of followers to believe that I was an animal abuser, and that's how she made her money.
Yeah,
I had Joe Exotic TV, and I had all of my followers around the world follow me and support me because I made her out to be batshit crazy, and she killed her husband.
she definitely did. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
I saw the interview where
as far as the feud, that was the end of our feud.
Right. Yeah, I saw where you were talking about the meat grinder being underneath the water cistine instead of like inside it where they were looking. But obviously, like you've got her diary as well. Is there any juicy scoops in there that would help you get out?
Look, her diary and everything that's been published online is all crap because I have her original diary.
Right.
Look, she and it goes into when she got in a fight with Murdoch, her very first husband. When Jamie was an infant, how she left Jamie with him. And she was working on the street, and Dawn picked her up and took her to a cheap motel. Then they made a habit of fucking in the construction trailer at this construction site, and she didn't know that he was the owner of the construction site, and he had a fake name, Bob Martin, and she named one of her bobcats Bob Martin.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And,
Yeah.
And she called up there one day looking for an employee named Bob Martin, and they told me it went on and on and on. But anyway, it got to the point. Okay, Dawn would not let Jamie, when they got together and got married, Dawn would not let Jamie, Carole's daughter, live in the same house. He got a little junky little trailer next to the house and made her live in that house, in that trailer.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and Carole grew to hate the man because he wouldn't spend money on her, and he wouldn't make that sanctuary non-profit because he didn't want people telling him how to spend his money. Okay, and I mean it got pretty gruesome. All right, and at the very end of the diary, her last sentence is, "I must find a way out." And to this day, you'll never convince me that she didn't hit him in the head with a crowbar in the middle of the night, and her dad chopped him up and fed him to tigers. And what is left is not in that septic tank; it's under that septic tank.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Under. Then that's the thing is, if she had obviously if she fed them to the tigers, there's the proof. Because still to this day, to my knowledge, no proof has come out at all. No one. I don't know if they're still investigating the case or.
I feel like they pinned everything on Joe, and now everything else is just the dust settling.
Yeah.
Well, it's still an open cold case, okay. But until she sells that property and somebody digs that septic tank up and digs up around that property. She's going to continue to get away with murder.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's crazy too, because all the characters on the show, they all had different personalities, but at the end of the day, like if you really start looking at it, it definitely seems like Jeff Lowe had like a conspiracy to eliminate you from the GW Zoo altogether. Putting the flavors on your shoe, like to me that's like, hey, let's he'll be attacked on camera, so we definitely can't be caught for trying to kill Joe Exotic.
Right. Okay. But you obviously watched that part, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Of course. Yes.
Okay. All right, Jeff. Before that happened, I was taking medicine because my kidneys and liver quit, and I was taking 500 capsules of amoxicillin every morning. Well, Jeff traded the inside of my amoxicillin for hash oil. So I took 500 milligram capsules of hash oil without knowing it. And I got in a tiger cage. And that shit hit me, because I don't do drugs or smoke weed or anything.
Right.
That shit hit me. I couldn't find my way out of the tiger cage. Honest to God, I stood in there and bawled, and John Finley had to come get me.
No kidding.
So... And then they had to turn around and call the poison control center because I got that sick. All right. Then that didn't work. And I kept telling Rinky, I said, man, I said, they're going to kill me, man. I said, I got to get out of here before they kill me.
Yeah.
And that day they put that perfume on my shoes. If you watch the video, okay, what kind of cameraman videos something like this? And Jeff and Lauren is standing on the outside gate on the right-hand side. You can see them standing there.
Oh, wow.
Not one person hollered, help Joe.
Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing. When I was watching it in real time, I was like, they are allowing this to happen because if someone's there has to be other humans around to some degree beyond the camera guy. I mean, and if no one's going to come in for his help, they're definitely out for him beyond, just trying to make him look bad. They're trying to cause harm. They're trying to cause a major disturbance in your life to even inhibit you from walking, you know what I mean? Like, just like anything. But my question is where is this all kind of coming from outside of, you said in the past interview that it wasn't a financial gain. This was just to take you down specifically. Is that something that you still stand by? Is that they were really just after you as a person to make you look bad overall and outside of the financial gain?
To make this movie?
Well, I mean, I would say the movie and then beyond, because there was a season 2. There was a season 2 to Tiger King as well. Did you get a chance to see that?
See, I never watched season 2, but apparently season 2 is where they all admitted they made it up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They even talk about The Wire across the road.
Yeah, how do you get on world television and admit to perjury, and then take the lawyers, my lawyers, and the film people to the zoo and show them how they're going to string a fucking piano wire across the road to decapitate me?
Right.
How do you not get charged with something?
But you're sitting behind bars right now, which is insane to me.
Insane, literally.
There's and Rinky, he seems like he's by your side, and it really blew my mind that they didn't even use him during the trial, because if you're going to ask somebody how a zoo is ran, talk to the guy that's been running it for 14 years with you.
Hey, I had a list of over 30 witnesses, okay? And the public defenders kept saying, we're doing this our way. They didn't call one witness. What witness did they call for me? Brittany Pete with PETA.
Oh, wow.
Hey, and I was charged with all those animal paper charges. All the news reports, it pisses me off because they say, oh, he's charged with 17 counts of animal abuse. Bullshit. I wasn't charged with animal abuse at all. Okay, I was charged with health certificates being fucked up that my vet screwed up. I didn't even touch those health certificates. She did. Okay, but the crazy part is like, I was accused of selling the Brown Zoo in Illinois a baby tiger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why didn't my defense people bring in the Brown Zoo to testify on my behalf? I didn't sell them a tiger.
Right. Yeah, the more you look into it, the more it seems like they used you as an example, for the big cat rescue, which is, it's for somebody like you, you've been doing this a long time. You've had the zoo, you're obviously an entrepreneur. And you bring the people there because of your attitude and people love you. And the fact that, Tiger King came out while you were still in jail, it kind of blows my mind, man, because you didn't even get really a chance to experience the fame and the way that you deserve.
Yeah, that you should have, for sure. I mean, when that came out, it was such a pivotal time in America because of the start of the pandemic and everything that was going on then. And then when Netflix drops this, it changed the world and how people perceived even big cats in general. Everything just kind of shifted to the conversation, and you being locked up and you're not getting to experience that in real time is really unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. I want to ask you something though on a side. Do you are you still writing music? Actually, I'd like to get a little on that. Are you writing music still? Are you able to do anything creative there?
Are you there?
Hey, we're here. Hey, Joe.
Devin, it's just hard doing this shit all from here, man.
I understand. We appreciate you calling us back.
Yeah, couldn't imagine, bro. Couldn't imagine what you have to deal through just to make a phone call. But what Andrew was asking, he was asking if you're writing any more music in there.
Yeah, are you writing any more music? How are you doing with the headspace? Maybe getting your thoughts down. How's that going?
I have not, and a few people have asked me if I have. I've tried. It's just mind blocking here because of 2.5 years of solitary confinement and all of the other bullshit, fighting with my case, trying to prove I'm innocent, dealing with the gang bullshit and everything else. Yeah, it's just, this is not the place to sit back and try and write something.
Right.
That's unfortunate. I'm a musician myself, so I just always appreciate another musician. You doing any magic tricks? I mean, I know you doing magic tricks back in the day. That was definitely something.
Yeah. No, I really haven't done anything. I don't know if you know what solitary is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
They put you in a 6 by 12 foot room, and you're not allowed any newspapers, magazines. They give you a 3-inch pencil that they never want to sharpen. It's fucked up, man.
Hey, so I've got a question, man. So what did you think of the Tiger King? Since you got a chance to finally watch it, how do you feel like they portrayed you?
Well, it was nothing but a hit piece, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at all of the video evidence that we have, you'll see videos where Eric Good with Netflix paid, Tim Stark and them $20,000-$30,000 in cash to talk shit, and then I was just even more disgusted, hearing John Finley accuse me of burning my own TV studio in the Alligator House down.
Right.
I'm like 11 years of living together, and then I fucking raised his daughter for the 3 years until I got put in prison. And then the motherfucker turned on me for money. Hell, I was in Chicago at a funeral the night that thing burned down. And if anybody would have burned it down, that I'd have had burned it down, it would have had to been John Rinke.
Right.
He was the only one at the zoo other than Rick Kirkham. And Rick Kirkham had his shit packed and was gone before the fire marshal got there. The fire wasn't even out yet. Yep.
Sounds sketchy right there.
Yeah, it does.
We got him on videotape. If you look on YouTube, Joe Exotic TV arson fire, fucking Rick Cookham's walking away from the fire at 3:00 in the morning. And then where do you go in the world? The Netherlands. Why? Because it's the only place that doesn't have an extradition treaty with us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's wild,
That is
man.
wild,
I feel so bad for you because your hands are tied while you're in there. There's only so much you can do,
Oh, it is, and then if you get on Google and you search Joe Exotic and you hit the shopping button, every motherfucker out there is making money off of me, but me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. Like I was saying before, you're an entrepreneur, and you've been, you had the wheels moving way before the Tiger King. It's obvious that Netflix and that show kind of just tarnished, your life in general just because of everything that happened. But it's on a good note. Like the world fell in love with you, man. And I know you didn't get a chance to feel it because you're still behind bars. But there's millions of people out here that want to see you free, and they want to shake your hand and give you a hug, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I am dying to meet everyone. Trust me. I cannot wait.
We'd love to have you on our podcast in the physical. Have you physically here when you do get out as well. I think that would be amazing because we're gonna do our everything that we can to help you out, Joe. We're gonna push this anywhere we can, get it into anyone that we can that has any bit of power. Whether it's a political front, whether it's on a media front, we're gonna push this and try to get that word out for you, because we know that we can just feel your energy through the phone on how much you are struggling and just who you are as a person, and everything that has led up is point to innocence, and it points to just making an example, like we talked earlier. In the conversation, and I think that's just a shame that making someone some kind of an example for the Big Cat Safety Act is such a big deal that it's obviously caused this. Is there any updates with that? Is there any updates a part of the?
Well, it passed. It's now law.
Now law. Okay.
And I don't know if how much of it you keep up with, but the director of the Federal Fish and Wildlife, who prosecuted me, is also the president of the AZA, the American Zoological Association. And Carole is the president of the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries. Okay, and those two organizations are the only two exempt from that law.
Oh wow!
What? Really? Wow! Okay.
So see, that's one goal that I want to do is I want to testify in front of Congress when I get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Because Congress, without being educated, created an illegal monopoly for two private nonprofit organizations to be able to capitalize the market on tigers.
Right. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if they shut one zoo down and then promote the other, it's there's definitely some discrepancies there. And when it comes to everything going on with you, Joe, I like I said, we're printing T-shirts down here, and we're going to donate $10 off of every T-shirt to your lawyer fees. But I'd also, with your approval, I want to make sure that the shirt is it's setting the right example. Because
absolutely, and send me where you're selling them so I can help promote it.
Absolutely, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've been watching all the interviews, and it seems like Free Joe Exotic is like your MO. That's it's not the Tiger King. It's Free Joe Exotic. So I want to make sure that phrase is out there.
Everything I come out with, Jeff Lowe tries to copy or become. I think it's funny. When I was first arrested, Jeff and Lauren on all the news stations say, "Oh well, we gotta close down this park and build a new one and change the name to get away from Joe Exotic and the Tiger King because of such bad press." Now everything you see, Jeff Lowe is trying to be the Tiger King.
Oh, for sure. I'm 100%. It just seems like he wanted to steal your shoes and walk in them. You know, especially after hearing, you know, John Renke talk about all the young girls that him and his wife were bringing over to the house, and you know, ripping
Dude, they would drug them with ketamine and cocaine and rape them and videotape it.
Yeah, that's
And there's a phone recording of Jeff and Lauren fighting that Lauren forgot to delete off her phone when she gave the phone over to my lawyers of them accusing each other of rape.
oh wow,
Really? Wow.
And that's on that website, joeexoticofficial.com, on the evidence link.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you ought to read that. You ought to listen to it. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I can't believe he's running free and you're sitting there behind the jail cell, man. You know,
I can't believe our Department of Justice is allowing it.
100%. I totally agree. You know, so what do we like what can we do as fans to help the cause? Is it just getting the word out? Is it donating?
Yeah.
Is it going to
Getting
Joe
the word
Exotic?
out, and it's going to depend in 12, 13 days who the hell wins and becomes president.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe Biden hadn't made this right yet, but
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. If he wants a little uptick in the fight, I feel like giving you a pardon would definitely have helped out his situation and yours.
it would definitely help whoever out. I know that.
Yeah. So who who are you hoping for
But
in
yeah,
the next
just,
12 days?
Stay on Trump. Stay on Harris's everywhere that they post. Especially who wins this election. Every post that they put in the comments just get everybody to put free Joe Exotic.
100%. Who do you think is going to be the candidate that's going to help you get out? Is it going to be Donald Trump?
It'll be Trump.
Awesome.
It'll be Trump because on my social media. On Instagram, if you go down a ways, you'll see screenshots from Kamala Harris's Twitter, where she literally brags about sponsoring the Big Cat Safety Act for Carole and go watch Tiger King.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right. It seems like a political stunt against you. Like, the conversation that we've had after all the studying that we've been doing, it seems like a political hit on somebody that it was thriving in their own fenced in area. You know what I mean?
Well, like I said, it's hard to believe that in America you can be kidnapped by your own country.
Man, I feel for you, brother, because like I said, we love you. Half the world loves you, and it's one of those things where it's like, it's out of sight, out of mind right now. But we got to get your name back out there so people can remember that there's injustice going on with Joe Exotic.
Well, I do appreciate it, guys. I've got to run.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you giving me a voice and a platform. I really do.
Absolutely. So,
Thank
Joe
you.
Exotic, man, we'll talk to you soon. And as soon as we get you out of there, we'll bring you down to Cincinnati so you can.
All right, man. When you get this thing uploaded or whatever, send the link and we'll share it.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you so much.
JoeExoticOfficial.com. Check it out. Donate. And, Joe, we really appreciate your time, brother.
Yes,
Thank
we really
you, guys.
Thank
Thanks.
you so much,
All right.
man.
Have a good one, man.
Yeah. Stay strong.
Yeah. All right, man. So that's going to wrap up the official phone call from Joe Exotic.
The Tiger King.
It gave me goosebumps, bro. Look
Yeah,
at that.
man.
I got legit goosebumps, man.
Yeah.
Hello. This is a prepaid debit call from Joe Exotic. To accept this call, press 0.